Oh, just left side, so it's pointing toward you a little bit more.
Other
Yeah,
side?
just flip
Put it on the other side.
Because apparently, even though this is cranked up all the way, they can barely hear wherever they are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so just as close as you can.
That works. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Good.
Whenever you are.
Okay. All right. Hi, I'm Kelly Steimle. I'm from New Jersey Department of Agriculture. A little bit about me. I graduated from Rutgers right here with a degree in animal science and a specialization in agricultural business. I went on to work for Rutgers Extension in Woodstown for 6 years, and then I left there and started with the Department of Agriculture, and I've been with the department a little over 2 years now. Primarily, I work with livestock producers around the state, and I help write conservation plans for preserve farms, but we kind of do a little bit of everything. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about what we could do for urban agriculture farming, as well as the Farmlink Program available to all farmers in the state. All right. Arrow down.
No, just once you click in the middle, you can use page up or page down. It's just if it goes outside that area, it won't work.
Like, uh-oh. I
No,
click.
it'll work.
Oh.
Page up, page down.
Oh wait, I see.
Yeah.
I see. I'm hitting the arrow button, sorry. So a little bit about urban agriculture and the Department of Agriculture. Right now, a different department, New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection, has established what's called an Environmental Justice Advisory Council. And that council, which is like a working group, in 2019 they had a urban agriculture symposium which identified issues important to urban agriculture such as healthy food access, urban farming opportunities, barriers, policy barriers to urban farming, land access, land tenure, information and outreach, and training and technical assistance. And from that symposium and this EJAC working group, they identified 2 steps that they want to move forward with. The first being establish what's called a white paper, and that white paper is basically a document that will document a baseline for urban agriculture in New Jersey. So right now, the New Jersey Agricultural Census doesn't have information regarding urban agriculture farms. So that's one thing they want to kind of get a little bit more into, you know, how many are out there, who are running them, primarily where they're located. Current barriers for urban agriculture farming, identify priorities within urban agriculture, any legislative actions that might need to be taken to help facilitate the success of urban agriculture in New Jersey, and other strategies to support and expand urban agriculture. So that's step 1 that they want to do, and then from that they also want to develop an urban agricultural task force, which is through the Department of Agriculture, and in conjunction with Rutgers University staff. So basically a bunch of experts in the industry that might come together to provide input for urban agriculture in the state. So then they will review findings of this report and identify focus areas and then help develop an action plan. So what are the next steps that need to be taken to, you know, help facilitate legislation that might, you know, expand urban agriculture in New Jersey and that sort of thing. So then the next is the Farmlink program, which is a great program. That's the website if you want to take the link down. The Farmlink program, it provides support for all farmers in New Jersey, both new and established farmers, as well as farm owners, people who lease farms. It's an online linking service, essentially. So it's a resource that helps provide information for new farmers who are looking for opportunities to either gain experience or to acquire land to lease or buy. Established farmers who might have land that they just want to lease out, they don't want to farm any longer. Farmers who are looking to sell land and people who are looking to purchase farms. as well as farmers who are looking to hire farm managers, fill apprenticeships, or mentor new farmers. So that's where that comes in handy for beginning farmers, who are trying to get into the industry but might need a little bit more guidance and experience. Also nonprofits and municipalities and counties who are looking for farms to farm their cropland. And sorry, there's yeah, it's right in the way. Well, and those farmers who are also working on like transferring their farm over. So if they kind of want to get out of the business and want to kind of guide somebody to begin farming their land, or transition into purchasing it. So this is kind of what the website looks like when you visit it. Just identifies all farms within the state. And then there's an example. So here's like an example of a listing, a farming opportunity. So this listing says that they're available for short-term lease, long-term lease, a partnership, or it's good for beginning farmers. It goes on to describe the soil, the location, water sources that are available, a brief description of the land, how it's run, who owns it, important farm buildings, equipment, infrastructure. Do they have a conservation plan? Is there housing available? And pictures, et cetera. So that's very beneficial. This can be very beneficial for people that are willing to expand their business, maybe acquire a little bit more land to farm on as they kind of grow and get more successful. And then one more thing, so the SADC, which is a division of the Department of Agriculture, it's the State Ag Development Committee. They, in collaboration with the American Farmland Trust, offer land access workshops that for beginning farmers in 2018 and 2019. So all the information from those workshops that were acquired can be found at this link. And I don't know if you guys want to take that down. I can put it back up in a minute. And then basically that's it as far as where we're at now, but we're moving forward. I hopefully will have more information in a year or so about the progression of the Department of Agriculture's input with urban agriculture. My contact information is up here, so you can reach me either by email or by phone number. If you have any questions and you think, it might not be my division, but I could help point you in the right direction or the right person to speak to. And Dave Kimmel is the one who heads up the pharmacist program. So if you have any questions about him, you can talk to him about the Farmlink, the program that I just mentioned that'll help assist beginning farmers, farmers willing to expand. He's a little bit more well-versed in that, and he's within the division of the State Ag Development Committee. So a lot of what they do, the SADC, is they help acquire land, they help preserve land, and then monitor their preserved land easements. So that's my information. I'm going to put the other page back up for a second in case you want to take that link, this link down for. Oh, okay, it's posted online. Okay. Yes, it's on the cards. Yep, I left the cards over there. They'll be in the back. So if you guys need them, they're on the. So since that's on the card, I'll leave that up. Does anybody have any questions? Yes.
When you talk about preservation, do you mean preservation for farming?
I'm just going to repeat the question for people who are in other offices. When I talk about preservation, do I mean preservation for farming? Yes. So SADC, they help preserve farms every year. They go out, they look for farms in the area that haven't been preserved yet, that might be great candidates to preserve. There's different ways to preserve farms. It can be preserved through the state, through Department of Agriculture, or in partnership with nonprofit agencies, and also through the county. So it can be 100% through the state, partially through the state, 100% through a nonprofit, or kind of jointly through the county, the state, and nonprofits. And then there's farms that are preserved at least 50%. If they're preserved through the State Department of Agriculture, so my department, if they provide 50% or more of the funding to preserve the farm, then they're eligible for state cost share programs such as deer fencing, soil and water cost share programs. So a lot of they can help pay to implement certain practices on farms that would address soil and water resource concerns too. So that's one of the benefits of having a preserve farm. Any other questions? Okay, well, thank you.
Can I slide one more in?
Yes, okay, one more question.
One of the great unused tracts of land
Mm-hmm,
in the state is under power lines.
okay.
Is there any reason that this land couldn't be put into production?
So the question was, there's a piece of land that's great that's located under power lines. Is there any reason why it couldn't be put into production? I'd probably have to find out more about that. I guess it depends. Is it state-owned? Or is it maybe?
It was given. I
Okay,
believe it was granted to the power company.
okay.
And I'm looking at these vast tracts of land and wondering why we're not growing on it.
Now, I know there's certain requirements with equipment having to be with, like, the power lines themselves have to be above a certain amount to be safe to be farmed under. I've been on farms where, you know, there's hay on either side and there's just a tiny strip in the middle where the poles go. I'm wondering if it might have something to do with that, you know, if depending on the height of the lines, you know, they might not be able to get a combine under, because that could be pretty dangerous. I'm not saying really low, but I think there's just a certain footage requirement. To my knowledge, though, I would think that, you know, they really only need a certain right of way to get in and out for the power lines, but the rest of it, I think the surrounding area should probably be able to be farmed. But it's something I can look into and let you know. Yep. Okay.
That's it.
Let's see if I could get this off. Nope. Oh, I got it.
Thank you very much, Kelly. So I think the Farmlink program is a way that sometimes